Every word you speak is more than just a sound. It is a creative force sent out into the universe, carrying with it an instruction. When you truly grasp this, you begin to understand that your speech has the power to shape your reality. Words are seeds, and like all seeds, they grow after their kind. If you plant seeds of lack, doubt, and limitation, they will produce a harvest of lack in your life. But when you plant seeds of abundance, prosperity, and joy, they will multiply and return to you in the form of blessings. This is not wishful thinking. It is the operation of a spiritual law that has been in motion since the beginning of time. Just as gravity does not take a day off, the law that governs your spoken words never stops working. It responds whether you are conscious of it or not. That is why careless speech is dangerous and intentional speech is powerful. When you order money to flow to you, you are not merely asking or wishing. You are declaring and commanding in the same way a captain orders a ship to change course. Your words are the rudder, and the unseen forces of the universe respond to that rudder. You are not speaking to empty air. You are speaking into a living, responsive field that carries out your instructions. Your subconscious mind hears you, the spiritual realm hears you, and even the opportunities around you begin to rearrange themselves according to your command. What you consistently speak becomes what you believe, and what you believe becomes what you experience. To operate in this principle, you must train your speech the way an athlete trains their body. This is not about speaking positive words occasionally and then slipping back into old patterns. It is about building a discipline where every word you speak is aligned with the life you want to create. You begin each day by giving orders to your finances, your opportunities, and your resources. You declare that money flows to you continuously, that provision comes from both expected and unexpected channels, and that nothing can stop the supply that has been divinely appointed for you. As you repeat these commands, your faith grows, and your faith is the fuel that powers the manifestation. The words you speak also have the power to dissolve resistance. When you speak abundance over your life, you are sending light into the dark corners of fear and scarcity. Fear is often a mental habit formed by years of thinking that resources are limited, that success is hard, or that wealth is only for a select few. But as you continue to declare prosperity, those old patterns lose their grip. You start to see evidence of small shifts, unexpected opportunities, random blessings, or a sudden change in your financial situation. These are signs that your words are taking root and producing a harvest. It is important to remember that the energy behind your words matters as much as the words themselves. If you speak abundance but carry doubt in your heart, the signal is weakened. The law of the spoken word responds to conviction, not hesitation. This is why affirmations work best when they are spoken with feeling, as though they are already true. The more you embody the reality you are declaring, the faster it begins to materialize. Faith is not passive, it is active, vibrant, and confident. When you speak with this kind of faith, the spiritual law cannot help but obey. Your words are also instructions to your own mind. When you say, "Money flows to me 24/7, you are programming your subconscious to look for, attract, and create opportunities for wealth. You begin to notice possibilities that were invisible to you before. People and situations start showing up in alignment with your declaration. It is not that these things were not available before. It is that your awareness was closed. Words open that awareness, and awareness opens the door to manifestation. This is why it is so critical to guard your speech. Never speak words that contradict your desires. Do not joke about being broke, complain about expenses, or talk about what you cannot afford. These words carry as much creative power as your positive declarations, and they can undo the progress you have made. Instead, speak only what you want to see, even if your current reality does not yet reflect it. This is not denial, it is creation in process. You are simply refusing to give energy to anything that does not serve your vision. When you understand that words are commands to the universe, you stop speaking casually and start speaking intentionally. You realize that every conversation, every prayer, every declaration is an opportunity to create the life you want. And when you combine your words with faith, gratitude, and expectation, you set in motion a flow of prosperity that will find its way to you, no matter where you are or what your circumstances may be. In this way, your mouth becomes your most powerful tool for wealth, and your speech becomes the master key that opens the door to abundance. Money is not an enemy to be chased or a scarce prize to be fought over. It is energy, and like all forms of energy, it responds to direction. When you understand that money has no will of its own, but obeys the spiritual and mental laws you set in motion, you begin to see it differently. You are not at the mercy of the economy, the job market, or chance. You are the one giving the orders, and when you speak from a place of authority, that energy begins to move toward you in a steady and continuous flow. This is not about greed, but about alignment. Just as water naturally flows to fill an empty vessel, money flows toward a consciousness that welcomes it, honors it, and knows how to direct it for good. To create that kind of consciousness, you must first remove the inner resistance that pushes money away. Many people unknowingly block the flow of wealth through feelings of unworthiness, guilt, or fear. They have been taught to believe that money is hard to get, that it corrupts, or that having too much makes them selfish. These beliefs operate like invisible walls, preventing prosperity from reaching them. The first step in giving money the order to come is to tear down those walls with a new truth. That money is a tool, a servant, a neutral force that takes on the character of the one who uses it. When you believe that wealth can be used to bless, to create, to uplift, and to serve, you no longer resist it. You invite it. Once that invitation is open, your words become the commands that set the flow in motion. The universe responds not to vague wishes, but to clear and confident instructions. When you say, "Money flows to me 24/7, you are not begging for it, you are authorizing it. You are speaking as one who has been given authority over your circumstances. And authority does not ask, it directs. The more you speak this with conviction, the more natural it feels, and the more your inner world aligns with the reality you are creating. It is essential to remember that money is obedient, but it follows the path of least resistance. That means it will come through channels you are open to receiving from. Sometimes we expect it only from our paycheck or a single source, but in truth, it can arrive in countless ways: gifts, business opportunities, refunds, unexpected connections, and creative ideas. If you limit your expectation to one narrow channel, you cut off many other ways it could come. Giving money the order to flow to you is also giving yourself permission to receive from any and every good source. You are declaring that provision can come from known and unknown places, and you remain open to recognizing and accepting it when it arrives. This flow is not just about drawing in wealth, but about maintaining it. Many people can attract money temporarily, but cannot keep it because their mindset still contains scarcity patterns. They may fear losing it, spend it carelessly, or sabotage opportunities because deep down they do not believe they deserve them. When you command money to flow to you continuously, you are also commanding stability. You are setting the intention not only to receive but to hold, grow, and multiply that wealth. This is why affirmations of ongoing, constant flow are so powerful. They break the cycle of feast and famine and establish a steady current. It is also important to partner your words with gratitude. Gratitude is the emotional signature that seals your command. When you speak your declaration as if it has already happened and give thanks for it, you match the frequency of the outcome you desire. This alignment accelerates the process because the universe responds quickly to gratitude. It is the signal that you are ready to receive more. Finally, commanding money to flow to you 24/7 is about creating a way of life, not a one-time event. It is a daily practice of speaking abundance, believing in abundance, and acting in ways that reflect abundance. Your decisions, habits, and even the way you carry yourself should reflect the truth you are declaring. If you speak prosperity but live in constant worry, your actions contradict your words and the flow weakens. But when your speech, belief, and behavior are in harmony, you become a magnet to wealth. Money, like a well-trained servant, will follow the authority of your command, showing up consistently, obediently, and without fail. because you have given it no other choice but to do exactly what you told it to do. The law of attraction is not merely a pleasant idea. It is a law as precise and unchanging as gravity. Just as a magnet pulls metal to itself, your thoughts and feelings pull into your life whatever matches their vibration. If you are constantly thinking about lack, scarcity, and struggle, you are sending out a signal that attracts more of the same. This is why so many people feel stuck in a cycle of financial hardship. They focus on their current situation with frustration and fear, and those emotions feed the very circumstances they wish to escape. But when you deliberately choose to think in terms of abundance, to see yourself as already prosperous, and to feel the joy of receiving, you begin to shift the energy around you. The law of attraction starts working in your favor, bringing into your orbit the opportunities, people, and resources that align with wealth. This process requires conscious effort because the mind is a creature of habit. If you have spent years thinking in terms of limitation, it will try to default back to that pattern. You must train it as you would a garden, pulling out the weeds of fear and planting seeds of faith daily. Affirmations like, "Money comes to me easily and frequently," or "I am surrounded by wealth and abundance," are not empty words, they are the deliberate planting of new beliefs. Over time, as you repeat them and pair them with positive emotion, your subconscious begins to accept them as truth, and your outer life begins to reflect that truth. One of the most powerful ways to activate the law of attraction is through visualization. When you vividly imagine yourself living in abundance, paying your bills with ease, giving generously, and enjoying financial freedom, you are creating a mental blueprint that the universe responds to. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between something vividly imagined and something experienced in reality, so it begins to adjust your thoughts, feelings, and actions to match the picture you hold. This alignment draws in circumstances that make your vision a reality. However, it is important to understand that attraction is not only about thought. It is also about emotion. If your words and images are filled with hope, but your emotions are heavy with doubt, you are sending out a mixed signal. The universe responds most powerfully when your thoughts and emotions are in harmony. That is why cultivating a genuine sense of joy, gratitude, and expectancy is crucial. Feel the relief of having more than enough. Feel the excitement of opportunities coming your way. These feelings act as a magnetic force that pulls what you desire closer. Another key to harnessing the law of attraction for money is to focus not on the absence of wealth, but on the presence of it. Many people make the mistake of praying or affirming from a place of desperation, constantly thinking about how much they lack. But the law responds to what you dwell on, and if lack dominates your attention, lack will continue to manifest. Shift your attention to signs of abundance already around you. A gift from a friend, a discount on something you needed, an unexpected refund. Acknowledge these as evidence that the flow of money is active in your life, and your awareness will attract more of it. It is also vital to remove jealousy or resentment toward others who have wealth. These emotions send a signal that pushes abundance away because they are rooted in the belief that someone else's gain is your loss. In truth, the universe is limitless. There is no shortage of money or opportunity. When you see others prosper, bless them and celebrate their success as proof that wealth is possible. This keeps your energy aligned with abundance instead of lack. Finally, the law of attraction works best when paired with inspired action. You cannot simply think about wealth while doing nothing to receive it. Once you begin to align your mind and emotions with abundance, ideas and opportunities will start coming to you. Take them. Act on the nudges you feel, make the calls, start the projects, accept the invitations. These actions are the physical expression of your belief, and they create openings for the flow of money to enter your life. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions all point in the same direction, the law of attraction operates without resistance, and wealth begins to arrive with an ease and frequency that will seem almost magical. Gratitude is one of the most powerful spiritual tools for attracting money in abundance, yet it is often underestimated because of its simplicity. When you are genuinely thankful for what you already have, no matter how small, you create an energy of receptivity that draws more to you. The universe responds to appreciation by giving you more reasons to be appreciative. It is as if gratitude opens the doors to your life and signals that you are ready to receive more blessings. Without gratitude, even great wealth can feel empty because the focus remains on what is missing rather than what is present. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, and in doing so, aligns you with the flow of prosperity. True gratitude is more than just saying, "Thank you." It is a deep, heartfelt recognition of the good that is already in your life. It is pausing to acknowledge the roof over your head, the food on your table, the clothes you wear, and the opportunities that come your way. When you live with a grateful heart, you stop taking things for granted, and your energy changes in a way that attracts even greater good. This is why people who practice gratitude often find that their blessings seem to multiply without them having to strive or force things into place. It is important to note that gratitude should be practiced not only for what you have now, but also for what is on its way. This is where gratitude becomes a manifestation tool. When you give thanks for money, opportunities, or resources that you have not yet received, you are declaring your faith that they are already making their way to you. This type of gratitude carries a vibration of certainty, which is far more powerful than a wish or hope. You are essentially telling the universe, "I trust that it is done," and that trust draws your desire into physical reality faster. Gratitude also helps dissolve feelings of fear and anxiety about money. When you are focused on what you lack, your mind naturally creates scenarios of worry, which only breed more stress. But when you turn your attention to what you already have and begin counting your blessings, your energy shifts from fear to faith. You begin to see evidence that life is already supporting you, and that support gives you confidence to expect even more. This inner shift can be the difference between living in a constant state of financial struggle and living in a state of financial flow. Another powerful aspect of gratitude is that it creates generosity. When you feel rich in blessings, you naturally want to share with others. This giving spirit creates an energetic loop where what you give comes back multiplied. Many people block their own flow of abundance because they cling too tightly to what they have, fearing there will not be enough. Gratitude breaks this fear and reminds you that you are connected to an unlimited source. As you give freely from a grateful heart, whether it is money, time, or kindness, you open the channels for even greater blessings to return to you. Gratitude also strengthens your relationship with money itself. If you have ever complained about your bills or resented the need to spend, you may have unknowingly created resistance to receiving more. Money, like any form of energy, responds to how you treat it. When you bless the money you have, thank it for what it provides, and treat it with respect, you invite more of it into your life. Even when paying bills, you can choose to feel thankful for the service or goods you received in exchange. This transforms the act of spending into an act of circulation, reminding you that money flows in and out like a healthy river, not a stagnant pond. Daily gratitude practices can help keep you aligned with abundance. This might be as simple as writing down 10 things you are grateful for each morning, speaking words of thanks aloud before bed, or mentally acknowledging blessings throughout the day. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, and the faster you will see shifts in your financial reality. Gratitude is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It not only changes your perspective, but also changes the energy you send out into the world. And that energy is what determines what comes back to you. Would you like me to now expand key points 5 in the same Florence Scovel Shinn style so your series stays consistent? Visualization is a creative act that allows you to impress your desires upon the subconscious mind and, in turn, upon the divine substance that forms all things. When you visualize, you are not merely daydreaming or imagining something pleasant. You are engaging in the spiritual law of creation. Every form that exists in the physical world first began as an image in someone's mind. The invisible always precedes the visible, And by holding a clear mental picture of the wealth, opportunities, and success you desire, you begin to shape the unseen forces that will bring it into being. This is not a matter of forcing or straining, but of calmly, confidently knowing that what you picture with faith will eventually take form in your life. The key to visualization is emotional involvement. Simply picturing something without feeling its reality will not stir the creative forces as powerfully. You must feel yourself already in possession of the thing you desire. See it as clearly as you can, using all your senses, and allow the joy, relief, and gratitude of having it to fill your being. If you are visualizing an increase of money, imagine yourself holding the bills, seeing the numbers in your bank account, or paying for something you love with ease and confidence. Feel the texture, smell the scents, hear the sounds, and allow yourself to dwell in the reality of that moment as though it were happening now. The subconscious mind cannot distinguish between an actual experience and one that is vividly imagined with emotion. So it accepts your visualization as a fact and begins to work to align your outer reality with that inner truth. Visualization works best when practiced regularly, not only when you feel a need. Making it a daily habit builds a momentum of creative energy. Set aside a quiet moment each morning or evening to close your eyes, still your mind, and step into the mental scene of your desire fulfilled. Repetition is essential because it deepens the impression on your subconscious and overrides conflicting images of lack or limitation. The more consistently you see yourself as already prosperous, the less room there is in your mind for fear, doubt, or poverty thinking. Over time, your mental image becomes so strong that it begins to dominate your outer circumstances. You must also guard your mental picture from being destroyed by negative thoughts or contradictory words. If you visualize abundance, but then complain about not having enough, you are sending mixed messages to the creative power. Speak only words that affirm your vision, and when a doubt arises, gently replace it with the image of your fulfilled desire. You are the artist of your own life, and your thoughts are the brushstrokes on the canvas of your reality. To create a masterpiece of prosperity, you must choose your mental images with care and paint them consistently with faith and joy. An important principle in visualization is to see the end result, not the process. Leave the how to the divine intelligence that knows infinite ways to bring your desire to you. Your job is to hold the vision of the completed picture. Wealth in your hands, opportunities at your door, your needs met with ease, and to trust that the path will unfold perfectly. Often the route your blessing takes to reach you will be beyond anything you could have planned. By focusing on the end result, you allow space for miracles and unexpected channels of supply to appear. Visualization also works in harmony with action. When your mind is fixed on a clear picture of abundance, you will be inspired to take steps that align with it. You may receive an idea to start something new, meet someone who opens a door, or notice an opportunity you would have overlooked before. These are the natural results of aligning your inner vision with your outer life. The picture you hold within shapes your perception, and your perception determines what you recognize and act upon in the world around you. Finally, remember to release your visualization with gratitude. After you have built the image in your mind, thank the universe for already bringing it to you. Feel the certainty that it is done, and then go about your day with peace and confidence. This release is vital because it shows trust. You are not clinging or doubting, but allowing the flow of supply to move toward you freely. Just as a seed is planted and left to grow without being dug up to check its progress, your mental seeds must be left in the fertile soil of the subconscious to germinate. With patience, consistency, and faith, the pictures you hold in your mind will soon become the experiences you hold in your hands. Do you want me to go ahead and expand key point 6 in the same Florence Scovel Shinn style so the rhythm stays perfectly aligned? Affirmations are powerful declarations that imprint truth upon the subconscious mind and command the invisible forces of supply to move in your favor. When spoken with conviction, they are like spiritual decrees that go forth and accomplish what they declare. The words you speak are not idle, they carry vibration and energy, and they either attract or repel the good you desire. This is why it is essential to speak only words that affirm abundance, prosperity, and divine provision. When you say, "Money flows to me in perfect ways," you are not merely wishing. It is a statement of spiritual law, and that law will act to make it so. The subconscious mind, once impressed with this truth, works day and night to align your outer reality with your inner belief. The key to using affirmations effectively is repetition. Just as a seed must be watered regularly to grow, an affirmation must be spoken often to take root in the mind. It is not enough to say it once and then forget about it. The old beliefs of lack and limitation may have been repeated for years, and they have built strongholds in the mind. To dissolve them, you must replace them with words of truth spoken over and over until they become the dominant thought patterns. Say your affirmations aloud with energy and joy, for the spoken word has more power than silent thought. Feel the reality of what you are declaring as though it were already so, for faith adds power to every word. Affirmations work best when they are stated in the present tense and with a sense of completion. You do not say, "I will be wealthy," for that keeps wealth always in the future. Instead, you affirm, "I am wealthy now," or "All my needs are met abundantly today." The subconscious mind accepts what you say as fact, especially when it is said with authority and belief. By speaking in the present tense, you claim your good as already yours, and this draws it into manifestation. The law of the spoken word is impartial. It will bring to pass whatever is impressed upon it, whether it is lack or abundance. That is why you must guard every word that leaves your lips. It is also powerful to combine affirmations with gratitude. When you affirm and give thanks at the same time, you multiply the energy of your words. For example, you might say, "I am so grateful that money flows to me freely and easily," or "I thank the universe for the abundant blessings in my life now." Gratitude signals to your subconscious that you already have what you desire, and it sets the creative power into action to produce more of it. Gratitude also keeps your heart open and receptive, which allows the flow of supply to continue without interruption. Affirmations can be spoken at any time, but there are moments when they are especially potent, right before sleep and immediately upon waking. At these times, the conscious mind is quiet and the subconscious is more open to suggestion. By affirming prosperity as you drift off to sleep, you plant seeds that will grow during the night. By affirming abundance upon waking, you set the tone for the day and shape your experiences in advance. You can also speak affirmations throughout the day whenever a doubt or fear tries to enter your mind. Instead of entertaining the negative thought, replace it instantly with your chosen affirmation, thereby strengthening the new belief. It is wise to keep your affirmations simple and direct so they can easily be remembered and repeated. Statements like, "I am divinely provided for," "Wealth flows to me now," or "I am a magnet for money," are short, powerful, and effective. The simplicity allows you to focus on the feeling behind the words rather than getting lost in complexity. The subconscious responds more readily to concise, vivid declarations than to long, complicated phrases. Over time, as you persist in speaking affirmations, you will notice a shift not only in your circumstances, but also in your inner state. You will feel more confident, more secure, and more expectant of good. Opportunities will appear, unexpected channels of supply will open, and the right people will come into your life to assist in your prosperity. This is not coincidence. It is the direct result of aligning your spoken word with the laws of abundance. The outer world is simply reflecting the inner truth you have been affirming. When using affirmations, it is important to speak as one who has authority. You are not begging the universe for blessings. You are commanding them into your experience according to the divine right that is already yours. You were created to live in abundance, and your words are the keys that unlock the treasure house. Speak boldly, speak with faith, and speak often. As you do, you will see that money, opportunities, and blessings begin to flow to you effortlessly, for you have set in motion the spiritual forces that obey the law of your spoken word. Do you want me to continue with key point 7 in the same style, so your full speech stays perfectly consistent. Receiving abundance requires more than just asking for it. It demands that you prepare yourself to receive, to open every channel of your mind and spirit so that blessings can flow to you without obstruction. Many people unknowingly block their own supply because deep within they carry beliefs that they are unworthy, or they fear that abundance will bring problems, or they secretly expect lack to return. The divine law cannot pour new blessings into a vessel that is already filled with doubt, resentment, or fear. Just as you would open the doors and windows to let fresh air into a room, you must open the doors of your mind to let prosperity enter. This is done through releasing all mental clutter. Every thought of, "I can't," "It's too hard," or "It's not for me," must be swept away. Preparation to receive also means making room for the new. If you want fresh supply, be willing to let go of what no longer serves you. This may be possessions you no longer need, debts you have been avoiding, or emotional baggage that weighs you down. When you release the old, you signal to the universe that you are ready and willing to receive something greater. Giving away what you do not use or need is a powerful act that opens the channel for more to flow in. It declares, "I live in an unlimited universe, and there is always more where that came from." This is not loss, it is circulation, and circulation is the very heartbeat of abundance. Faith is also essential in this preparation. If you expect a blessing but secretly doubt it will come, you choke the flow before it can reach you. Faith is the invisible bridge between your desire and its manifestation. It is holding the inner picture of your good so firmly that no outer appearance can shake it. Even if your current circumstances seem far from your desire, faith says, "I know my good is on the way, and nothing can stop it." This steady expectation acts like a magnet, drawing your supply into your life through channels seen and unseen. Another part of preparing to receive is cultivating joy and gratitude in advance. When you rejoice over what is coming as though it were already here, you place yourself in harmony with the vibration of abundance. The universe responds to the joyful heart far more quickly than to one filled with complaint or impatience. Gratitude especially is a receiving energy. It keeps you focused on the good rather than the lack, and what you focus on expands. Even before your desire appears, give thanks for it daily. This tells the spiritual law, "I have already accepted this blessing," and acceptance is the final step before manifestation. You must also be willing to receive, in whatever form your good comes. Sometimes we are so fixed on one specific channel that we overlook the many ways the universe can deliver abundance. Your supply may not come from the source you expect. It may arrive through a new opportunity, a sudden idea, or an unexpected gift. Keep your mind and heart open to all possibilities, for the divine has countless ways to reach you. If you reject one channel because it doesn't match your picture, you may be closing the very door through which your good was flowing. Self-worth plays a deep role in receiving. If you secretly believe you do not deserve abundance, you will unconsciously push it away. The truth is that abundance is your birthright. It is not earned by struggle or withheld until you are good enough. It exists for you simply because you are a creation of the divine, and the divine withholds nothing from its children. Accepting your worthiness is like opening your hands to catch a gift that has been held out to you all along. You cannot grasp it with closed fists of doubt. You must open your hands in faith. Finally, preparing to receive means living as though your abundance is already here. Speak as though it is yours, act as though it is yours, and make decisions as though you live in an abundant universe. This alignment between your thoughts, words, and actions creates a clear path for your good to arrive. When you live in this state of readiness, blessings can find you quickly because you have become a perfect match for them. The universe delights in filling a prepared space, and when your heart, mind, and life are open, abundance will flow to you continuously, 24/7, in ways you could not have planned or imagined. I can now merge all 7 expanded key points into a single continuous Florence Scovel Shinn style speech for you so it reads like one complete flow without interruptions. Would you like me to do that now?